So, back to Bantam Cock. Obviously the clack. You've seen me do a few clacks. I'm not going to go over this one. Once we get into it, I will go over we will take the top of it and have a nose in it. Right, so the ball's pretty pitted. The seat is knackered, and there's a load of crap in there. Don't know if you better see it, but so what we're going to do, ultrasonic cleaner. So this runs on a 2-minute cycle. Don't know if it's big enough to get the whole thing in there, but if not, we can just do that. Don't need to shut the lid. This is going to be a loud clicky noise, and in 2 minutes time it will finish. Well, it would do if I had turned it on. Right, so we'll take that and have a look at it. Back together, repeat your feed. Fine to me. Only one way to find out though, isn't it, on the engine. So we are going to now sort out the clack, and I've got some more PTFE, all minus the sight glass because it broke. It is time to reassemble. This sight glass can be done once we're at the club, and I've got a bit. Onto the all important PTFE. This stuff is a miracle. This stuff literally fixes most leaks, seals, glands, piston rings. Now, I've seen a few different ways of doing this, but this one's always worked for me. Some people double it over, pull up the straight wind. Now it's going to think about you wind it in that way, you want the tail that way, so you want to wrap it that direction. In case you're wondering what that was about, I found that if you wrap it against the direction of threading, as you wind it in, it just winds it in tighter rather than trying to undo it, and traps the end. I don't know if the tail is a bit floppy, we can sort it out in a moment. Stringy. So, let's go quite a way in this clack. So now I've got to spring it past the pipe. I'll do it on the way out. Yeah, there we go, nice. That PTFE is nicely squashed in there now. Just bring the comb back in. And ping the nut back up. Right, you didn't see me put that back together because I fiddled with that tiny little nut in there for ages before I could get it to start on its thread. But there we go. So all that's left to put back on is the cab. The glass I can't put back in yet because I don't have it. But I will be putting that back in with PTFE seals, because PTFE wins. Put the nuts back on there so I don't lose them. So they are a bit important. We don't want to leave them laying anywhere. Tapping the top. We will of course be sealing this all with PTFE. Right, so the cab can now go back on. Not quite as crude as that. We'll put it back on properly, as you'll see in a minute. And we'll get it buttoned up, ready to take for a test at the weekend. That's the plan, anyway. It'll be good to get it running. Right, she's done. Ignore the noises next door. So all that's left to do is to polish up the tender and then take her to the part to get tested. This polish is great stuff, by the way. Thank you, neighbour. Right, so next time you see Bantam Cock, hopefully she'll have a fire in her.